Wow, yada wase baby a wa o hwe ye bia ya hwefo ene yatifo nyina eba FPNTV official ewo YouTube so ena FPNTV ewo Facebook na sane da nyina ye no edru brese ya na chese adekye3 nsem so ehia na ensem miensa etwagu ewo abefo tentafidi no so no na me no ya fabi na ya discuss kakra ewo ho anase ya bobo ho ne ye hu se ne ekono sei na etie anase aha ena efa enti ye mo akwaba pa se odi achi a onyira ba bia obedu no FPNTV official ayewo Kumase na eneso Ewurade adom menua EMMANUEL AFRIYIE ena ye hia ye ba abekbubu nsem mienu a asisisi ewo oman Ghana emu no eho ne senti ma menko na menko chia na mrasesi ya na yenka gya no emu AFRIYIE
prof
mo akwaba
ya aja
na pombo ko de
Yehowa dom ya de achi tiasi de
de radiase na they say nipa no guso ade omo kwa brojiri no
ya eguso
asa uguso
eguso kakra
nti official say what me the be to senate ni
so far nipa 12 emu 7 employed.
Okay.
And emu the akano conference.
Oh, okay.
Conference jom kono Europe.
Okay.
So share boy.
Okay. And AFRIYIE na wote ne nka no dwumadia wodi ane se omo tu kwan no ha why ye hyehyɛ kama pa ma wodomu ekokodu kama nti bia me no kase se wo hwɛ na na ase bia wote ye nka na bia okondo se utu kwan a wode obɔ mmɔden a yem sɔre no wode number betudwa na wabɔ mmɔden a afrɛ no se ne be ya abefo ene akwantu no easy so nye easy sa but omo mo hunim de no omo be kyerɛ se akwantu de efo kra ti wobɔ mmɔden frɛ na obedi hu dwuma kama na wode ama na AFRIYIE ya Ghana ene so ensem ahodo na etwagu wo abefo ntentafidie no so na asema da bonte na Ghana fo obi e ka bia Ashanti Regional Chairman of MPP chairman untumi aha ene chairman ho akoka adwamu a me no kasai tese ene no adane asema obi e ka bi Ghana ha na se die busa se chairman wo wai
prof
aba
ene wi na me ye course bi o Accra.
Okay.
Na me ne nkofo bi eni mo ba bi e chairman untumi koye na omo ewo hobi.
Okay.
Na entia minya ye ne se abra oye se wo yare okopie mo ya sabia ya sande na ba.
Okay.
Na ye tapo na mpani for the tone so sika yesi wonto ye 50 million eguso eda na so
50 million cedis and dollars.
$50 million.
Wow.
That sorry, it's kind of
cedis.
Okay, cedis. I take from Pancham.
Okay.
15 million Ghana cedis.
And say why day.
Dear a year CID ne aban penny for Chinese Chamaun to me, Eden is Sabo bicycle. Sekaso business Sabo bicycle, and yes, said it be our police can was all fuck kind biso and I'm so war a buying no the yes can be an say, or don't Sabo bicycle.
But and then 3 days, I must say Monday no. Yeah, Monday no na okoye CID for no hwa omokototo na no ama ye te se o mama ne bela wa free ho no na mo yes ade chance am report ye nra no ena nra ye te se okodu ho na yokufo so e ba se ya chewo amodo no koye o maso ye na so far na wono no abra okore for Ghanaians se omumra meboa no o ma ye te ase se wono wonye aban ye adwuma ena woni aban ni twa kan bia ntidi ntina amese president awoso tata no enso se yeka se amese aban sika bi ni nema bia kodi ne nsase a eyeba yi kakra na amanfo bi ka se ne chairman wontumi famu no amese ye witch hunting ebi mususu se eye political strategies ni bia amese eye aban otisu fa so pese wodi di chairman wontumi esan ne kasa ne nsem bia wokan na do ye nipa yi edru ba bia ho meka bibi kakra se aya na ya no kasa yetimi kasa ma ya no eyi ye ka because emese se politics mun sa oba power aya na ofiri se wiase ni nyina no eye wodia se chairman ba bia wa kodru bia ye ni ba bia si ya no wo because awie ya wo hwe video na etwagu na na just a lawyer and the appear could be no more action that call hospital 37 or some common corporation maybe in the pie, but Omoko and almost see Uniho, according to doctor, we do money no chance Uniho. To say it's like so much that knew the whereabouts to see a year can say, not just a Ghana ham as someone told and I was say Brano, also some Brano. Now, and then I'm sure Simbia Charman can made me a casse. NDC aban ne we bi no omani bebre se chairman no be mana hu se tumi bi e wo man no mu esanse tumi no be di bi pen wo hu se ne sitie o ka assembly kire vice president na mpacho MCA ye konko tie emra ne kasa na no o ka no Ghana ha bia ne Ghana fo bi de ne reference ye konko tie chairman wontumi ne nsem bia o ka ne ko tie emra
ya ne bokro no ye di why you are bad, you know, and the man, you are bad, because they don't know. Because they don't know the history of this woman. Crap, and I don't. Now, I mean, and you will need to what's happening? What you are allowed to do is send one so what to be who put in the new set? What am I making? Who much my Kenny? Say, not my meat. I was a cement because all for bad, no for bad, it's more.
Oh, sir, Chama to me, aha, Casano Cano, not one a vice president. Then Tanoye, candidate, na Yamame, Jenana, na Obo, a year, your presidential candidate for NDC, a year President John Dramani Mahama, former. Then time omo ba pro na omo yi no no na chama wontu mi call no na TV so na wo ka asem bi se wo hwe eye maame na wo hwe nanim din a sebe wo se bayifo hwe wo hwe ni trimi egu so ne ade a na wo tie nsem bi a na chama eka ye nipa bia na ka eka asem no saa keka saa nipa ne bia ko be court because e be ka se watietia emma fa ahudie so tinanka emma be demonstration atia asem a a chairman kind no but because of sending the party na power ninti no wo kan no tumi so a obia ntumi anya ne hwe nenso so sabio wankan hu se maami we obi maami we obi yere but otimi kan sim bia just anyhow because of politics nti enne no ebu susu se ne sim bia o kan ye again John Dramani Mahama president vice president ne nkrofo bi o Ghana ha good bi okoyi good ne table so ewo ne studio enne ehon ne manema bi o kan ye tumi a ono wo okromu ase ayo John Dramani Mahama then time ne balloting number of 5 obetimi asesa no amafo bi susu se saa ne mai ena ama enkrofo esusu se ama edi ache na aban pese wo twe na so na awie ye asoso ena audio ba ko ba obi chirim ade poten a eye papa yi waye ntia ama ya che no tipachensi a ye mo na ewie a na mabusa eye brayima asembi wo ho ntia achicha ma ntu tipacho so wuti a audio a wuti ye die ntia chama wuntu me nei aban no ache no tipacho ye ntie
asphalt kura 1 kilometer asphalt kura 1 kilometer na ye 800,000 USD utumene nkofo bi ye kana siki ma carpet 1 kilometer omo de man 1.5 billion dollars tuma no wadi sika no awanye de ama ne ho atako jeje mu a enu nti eye investigative agency for family aduma no a wo ye ne pasabata na se wanye NCC eba premu no and the chief of staff the directive via by say sika kese bia e probe 10 million Ghana cedis no and na abegima dia ya be ye hwehwemu ansa ta ambassador o cheba
yeah you who ya ne say oko bodo mu deputy CEO bia your friend no is it really anchor but before I chief justice the chief of staff directive no at transfer sikano akoto wontumi account so you 50 million Ghana cedis 500 billion sikano beto wontumi account one on what America eco withdraw 11 billion and or transfer 39 million
Adekye or the contour treasury bill. And now, Yachando or the question insurance company, be my friend of Paradise, insurance. Not as a one will be a cocoa board, I can a city person more at that buying quanta. I buy by I who Sabiano, and I freeze accounts now. Casamin in your moves, no, not want to mean I was one year by Jumada on your board member. And yet, if you could do one, a year by the Kunifi for fire, not the one come over here, Kunifi, they are for fire. We are losing China. A fire is free Sabronuma, and also a memoir they call a year official Abofono.
Okay.
You want to want to make something in Agyapa and I want to be on there. And son, I want to make Galamsey. Or no one not buying a castle or yet Galamsey. Wabra or did and Yamako Tanon Forest Reservoir. Na Wabra wouldn't cracker. Would you not open a castle or yet Galamsey? And there's all your Galamsey. I want to Mining Act, no. The Bugawa, it reaches 25 a year.
Yes.
Good year. It is a okay come to come and so for rent and Yama won't be after no nominee. As I say, or you'll be or your mining can focus. Okay,
and Sunday, would you know? You're right, actually, what I enter and answer the entire and they chairman to me. Yachuma, the same locus or Yoko for NSEM. Ninjan say, what I say, when you will be Afa. Kana city coin be so ama ndei Wabugana mine alpha so 50 billion Ghana cedis I anka sika 500 billion no muno sika beto na accounts mu na okoyi mu 11 billion owie na ne aka no wode ekokoto ekokoto treasury bill no de bi so ko wura no insurance company your friend say Paradise Insurance wode ebi nso so ekowura mu afenso so gold a wotu Galamsey wo manso and now face so abaduma bia okokoje ho contract no wanya na emum age ho sika ti se na ese eno ne niema aban ni gina so na ode ache na emum nye se NSEM bia okeka wo Ghana ha wo susu se e bia wode eno ekore for sympathy ama Ghana for enei ababetwitwa age na emum Ghana man no akasa no waye oman no bone a ese se aban no eche no na otumi ehwehwem bayima
prof
ni yasinio chama wuntu
Prof, Chama some Sankamano, Edu Juma, Kameka and Penifon China, some chance of motion. So, Gentia make as a chairman issue be a cousin, Papa from yes, Gentia make us Miti Kumase, Minim Yokosu Kumase. Okay. Aside, said chairman, a deep politics, MPP, no more power. Now, what Casa Sabi and idiom, on Fenitini Ubu and Kahon. Chamaun to me, any people would deserve a senki, a terms can be a decided man. Or your mind buffo. Say, on your mind buffo after second Lusu election. Now, a Ghana Coco but quite a car. Near town face Ghana to a councilman. A panny send a easy can HM, Eddie Bicoto treasure building because. All because only say a binding to Tracy. And one thing I'm an NDC form for now, I say. Say, come back to me, Obia would be a bicycle MPP, be a one in companies, one in Papa Subia, or more channels. Okay. Way a bear and some Naho, I'm a from. Sure. But on a more serious note, say, to me, a better sassy we are. Say, you could put him for funeral and to the demand. Next time, your panacho won't change us. It's said, say, to me, Kutawa, Todana would be said, we obey to you. But say 2 minutes free we say we are, and I was say obitimo. Sometimes say omukuta 2 minutes, I don't say they are above the law. Yeah. But say 2 minutes free we say won't say you are below under the law. Won't come on cry. So to me say seminar person say we di abani skabia omo fire mra kwan so no monche. Mate a year video we are to me interview so 100 houses just come some 100.
Is even in the world almost thousands since.
Oh yes. 1,000 houses. Yeah, finally.
Say a baby or can send be Wahama, Okupio Manshia, Esse on one kingdom. But in the Asante as we have only one kingdom.
One kingdom.
I owe 2 4 and a year.
When you know 2 4 years, Nipabia, 1 year respectful man. Excuse me, say me cancer. Onye Nipabia need Obuatie. One time, when he said Nisikana, when you know, or you're proud of himself. Obetua control some people. Also, sometimes Maurice Ampa, lawyer, yeah, or Tatini TV. So
sure.
He also talks like, said, Muntu Kasana. Because of say, well, pushes come on, into Sikani to make my kind of people. But one time, they said, I thought that Sikabit, my name of the baby, is going to be from Colombia. Yes. This time around, or more. Or more 2 TV stations, so or more boss can send me where are they?
Sure.
Obiano, sure. And then a car by the MPP penny for. So meaning in penny for more MPP one, I can boldly now say some who is catching to me, but they never spoke like him. Yeah. None of them and the power to make a answer. Sure. You have your kingdom, and now your kingdom cannot defend you. So who are you? That's just a Unyobia. Sure. It's a MPP penny for a bayan, common China soccer. Next, Bia won't to me in one family. As I saw your Santa Regional Chairman, make me account, say, you put to a Jumabia to me, Kumasi. Make me account, say, Kumasi pa. You to Kumasi, me who the way to my cassette, me to me one. He sometimes sit on his TV to tell the youth that Monko Pel Jumanye. And say to yourself, say, we are Santa Regional Chairman, we are Chairman. So, Chairman, we are not a Juaben, we are Amaya Santaman. One of the and an agro-rural politics is to have the opportunity to enter into the forest, dig and take the gold inside the forest. Now they are and Abraboye. That is what he now doing about politics. And it's hard about politics, and also not in there. One say we use strategy. But that being said, on Shadan yet a bed may be our by sure. That is strategy. But under not or yet on your contractor. This I will say, when you are buying maybe also if you are a car. A fine according to Scano, a for
what in the Dina Colobina, what you know, contractors.
One say, and a Ghana, Yamamu, announce your politics and your papa. How come someone 1 year contractor? Cocoa board, much on any panapa, ever better contractor, mum. I AFRIYIE semi for point. Now, what meaning at Nasia sign? No, I the contractors sign their Paco movie.
And the government no power. When
I'm more mine, this has made the country Ghana corrupt. Or mine nipe women corrupt. From a software sukokosi a him for new biso any president. And no credit that why I can. To me we a good dealer. I was say we do lame. I was say we lease on character say ultimate to good. I was saying a bino no buana good to a gadbia on mine. Charm my 70 sign my name of Odibebe Railroad and 1 year opposition. And then I go in the car. Okay. Because they are all qualified, say, Obet Naya, man, or pro what now, and not our from Sican because the uncle Fubu or my charm I needed that. Sure. But after some political opposition, obviously you from one as he treats you bad like this. It's because he doesn't qualify for that position and he forced himself to be there. It was from Sicano. So MPP people from coming met me or met me or me and China. They were all here when he was talking. They were all here when he was bragging. They were all here when he says obedient control. So and then rabbit control one.
Say looking at it in the Sikan accounts in it's like say a bino a freezing on Tinano can say being in my school fees piano. A quack yetting at the amano. Who say as a bino as I was shed and in you. Because
who said not or temporary, none of them political strategy we are okay. Yeah, well, those days. And Kayama, what a program the cast is if you know. And now was all call a year, I see for a friend, one can know them will see or share top red. Why try to? Yeah. Now, what about to program? There was a time and Casansi we see, and Yama Mimpen from the best original. But nowadays, no one say politics, no more play mind games. Untumiska, my request as a bill, which went to 10 times. But he has decided to be quiet, said we are young in the world. A JMPP for Punjana. Or Mama running in Indi. So next time, so we are going to be all right.
Medasi, so Chairman to me as no and ye can a point of far so yɛde akyɛ no nei ɔmo ana ɔmo nim ana bi yɛ sɛ political witch hunting no ɛnte sa na mmom ɔmo de asɛm no aba bɛto dwa nneɛma ahodoɔ a wɔyɛ de ɛteɛ ɔman no agyapadeɛ ne sika akɔdi ɛyɛ ne nkyɛn ɛno na ɔman no ɛnɛ yi ɛde na akɔgyina court a na sɛ ɛwɔ yoko no ɔmo prepare no sɛ wɔntumi anka mu no kora na sɛ wɔntumi amfa amadeɛ na kyɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ court na otumi ɛkɔ na ɛwɔ sɛ Ghana fo ɛka akomato yɛ mu yoko no ɛyɛ Ghana ha ya Ghana fo na yɛ hɔ adwuma ɛna yɛ aban na yɛ ɔmo deɛ na wɔntumi so waba aban mu pɛn yoko fo yi ɔno a okurum a Kennedy Japan wakɔ hɔ abrɛ presenters ahodoɔ bi okurum a yɛafrɛfrɛ ɔmo kɔ hɔ abrɛ wɔnde wɔ siti ɛgye sɛ obi ekuku no obi ankuku no
mentwa wa no ka mentwa wa no ɔde ma me gyesɛ second
okay
untumi enye politician
okay
and kwa asema wo se obi a wotie bi e wo se untumi nye politician untumi eye businessman
yes
wo ye business minded manner na adwena dura MPP se be obenya certificate no de to ni go untumi sika wo body ni efie ni gold de betena eye TV su MPP for commode o mo nya sika ntua MPP workers ka na won tikumase onye MPP ni enti dey just oye politician
opposition to he sika yi
wo ye businessman enti no omo fa politics system ento nchen chairman e de ebeto no kwan e na odi sika kwatam ye there were so many people no deserve that opportunity much better than untumi
say no say or pray for national chairman and ntikra na NDC for ye ne sa won pese
obeko ene youth ni ania da ho and I said fairly enough say one na eyi anamo elect sa untumi ni sa ankofo
delegation
say enka on dwene ye timamfo no anka untumi that he don't deserve to be there even people na ye di nipa bi no agusukwa na ye enka he doesn't deserve he don't.
Okay, enti say we are say wunya asem a na wo say adofo edewo kan na mum nya asem hwe e hono be hu omo mo do nti cha mo ntumi wo ma na omo yo yodo no enei wo twa wani hwe wachi a otumi say obi ye kwape ne banku ni na bia ne bia di nti ye be say obo ade dom na uba bomodi asa obehwe ne ma yie na wayedi na ja ne ya bedu nchen so oman no Ghana dia abanya waba no
on fair dem lay
ye bomo dia fabra na ye fantra so mfa mu ban no me da se se asema to so mi no aye koso sese Ghana ha asema kon so na mfa mu pa ye Supreme Court former Chief Justice ye ma metokonu ene won so na asem na koye back and front ye nyina wo kroma na yete se na nado dankwa appoint no se o meye Chief Justice emfama Ghana Supreme Court ho hora ma me kokoye na adwuma na ba no se ye beto abana mu no na petitions ahodo ko president wo se wonyi ma me no na nyema bi wo hono ma enhye animonyam wo Supreme Court ho se abana be ye se wonye na agya time so ya abani free so ntie papa John Romani mama so ba na NDC ba ye no petition no oba be hu ye na ebi muso sa be share ne kana bi ma onso ye se ne obehwehwe mu na enum no pa committee ahodo mo hwehwe mu de kokoto ye be kan se abadwaku omoboa president ma odwen no ha Council of State no o de koto o manim se omo so enwe ho na ne ebesi no tie ma me request for a form no se ne esitie no se ne petition ni tense o ma no hwe hu de way ansema na ewum ampa president no ma akwan ma ne nsakan enu achi ne yete president a suspended no se on court na fie kosi se omo be investigation na wie ne hu se bubo na na se emmo no ansa na che se ne be ba wasa ba na se o mba bi mu a na che se ja wa pene ba bi atena na eno committee a president pie no na justice mienu na afin so ankran so no so nipa miensa kan oni nyina justice de information ba bonten se judges na wo so no in fact woni wo munni sa wono matena fie ho na koranya mienu woni wo munni nti be ya ko hia wo mo wo sa committee no so afi nipa miensa so aka no so kra no hu ne se wo mo wo fom emwa ne nsem ne kan nche no so kra no be ya president no mu na sa committee no kra djuma no enko na Ghana for se oboa wo se hwehwem nti ma me yenya te committee no nko ade appear before the committee nyame adom committee na start omo djuma omo ye na me ma me ka se one de nko pe so mo de camera ebesi no so se de be ya nsem mbegusa no no bibia ni a ebe kofe nchi na Ghana fo nyina ti no mo se da bi mama enye wo kwantina committee eba beye program nemu ye beye ne ya per resource dia to for dachi Supreme Court judges and other judges no send ye bia se bibi nko ye betumi anya mra bia ye betumi di agina so nti si ebusa nsem bi na sense le botia wo na edika kwa abonte sense ye cameras nti ebewie na kofa ni nguase e de dia banti send ye mra no se ye nye na okukuom ye ma mese da bi one de opese amanfo hu ensem de wo be se yi amam se da bi enye wo nko anti ye nye nsan ye ka no so yo mate na papa enano mkoko hia ye Monday no na ekoba se ye maame ekwa moma kwa akototo na no no we na oko aja won de nimsenka ayeja simple tv no kokodu abonten wo se bodyguards ne soldiers ne military officers security se gu anim ho na ye mission no se na ade ameba be senya Adekye3 bi asa oyo ene maame wura inside na me kohwe na aja wura inside ne kunu kan no ne baka no ho to wura mu ano musa no presa aja na hasre no so meyere na mo betoto na no nti me bana maba behwe ne be koso no so aja wonye wonka ho oyere nkwa ne ehia no so sa no se an na ne me ban so so ye no so ba no so kra nka ho nti wo de be ya mo de mo nkotran che ye a cause ono nko a ano se sa you na aja wura inside da wo se otna se opeso hwehwe no ho kra kakra o mo se da bi wo se hwehwe ye dem straight some me better ha you see busa na nsema o si bi ha wo so hwe ne laptop so mo se da bi when you see laptop wa ha tiafi wo trono nse adna mental torture e be so mo ya ma na adwen na ede ya aka na kakra because the mo ya no na mien nukure ni ene ma bi wo ha enko yie ma no tinye opon free ho na ja o prepare eye na injection de koto eye Supreme Court say committee ni dwuma di omudi no ebe ya ka omo enfanto nchen because nema omo ye no honom no na ni anye ho na nei asem no so akokota ma Supreme Court so atna so ne na omo bo awu se na asem na oka na nkura nsu bi ya nti ebe ya on san ko back to committee no na se no mpeso mo sie ne bi ya on kotena se no mo nye ne sa omo jojo ne sa Brahima
prof
Ghana sa asem towa wo se Ghana mrani ha
prof
Chief Justice
o my drama ne Dawson
so
movie sem ne Dawson
yo ni yonkwe
na mani a oda screen isu ya wo ko hu police for the soldier for what shock soldier ni guide ne dana
eno ni asem
wato onye bodyguards na guard ni fie
eno ni asem
macho men na di wachi afọ ko hu military man na shake na wa bane de won untimi kasa
na no kra de ne lawyer Governor Dame former attorney general and some of the two jan say maame so ono de ma no kwan won se wono de wade kan owura ho na besue oat aha say asem bia mbeka obi MP ti ono na se ade ti a wo se maame de sa injection call Supreme Court yes omura mu no police ni na wode sa wo mo yam de sa wode search no wo ye bema nti omonti asese ye bema no mo ma no de search no ne nyina aka
yo say Ghana ye di agoro pa
okay
open body guide a open bema
okay
na say o ko ba emi na say ye search we say be harmful material be enu ho open o pass on message ade na wo di bibi ruwa na this is a time when Ghana sometimes here we have to speak on top of our voices
sure
because mami minim de onye free position ho a yese kwotana se kura untimi raise me mama na maka chess on resignation letter esa me try eje be ne wa konya no sunti amani wo se on 4 years you be nya wi NDC abayese ye mpɛ
and as judge kra da okotena fi ase ye twa
wo ka eti NDC so ye mpɛ wo anase panyin Mahama meda ase me akwa me resign boso me so abaje okatua akonya ne bibi wo so se nyina kɔ de wo so ne pebi
one thing ne say edumo keka se emese political party na appointing na MPP no ehihye na chi a they are seeing say when she was there enema bi wo ha na oboa wo because obeka ya yebeto aba no o ka se parliament nsensem bi si wo kakra ema then time majority leader ne o minority leader afenyo Markins ekukura asem nse o high court no the Supreme Court because no nim se o maami wo ho am pass o kwa maami ka man man nsem kura ba between maami ne speaker of parliament ntema ama no yiye kakra e ba Mama me be say anyway the law is the law no matter noise obey the law is the law inti ampa okama ekoma eye wo mu ti they are thinking say this woman was helping them in some way ewo eye court ho ti say since we free ho a
omo try
and some bebre ho a be ha
and question no say enunti na Africa especially Ghana young person
okay
obi be say you can't do this in America
okay
say abrochire America say what wo aban na say udi for asem mu a the judge out see a just of woody a asem no go according to the law and yes our children will go jail
yes
Ghana had ever go high and penny for say and penny for omotena edi asem egu oman we have never put even just one of them to court and I say and to jail
okay
say can you remand will be 3 months
okay
and I say the judge aban penny for on didi eye omode da adwuma kuwa no ye di bi call jail 2 years kura ko meja do mo kire
okay
because ye hu say de nipa ne ye no me nipa bi wo e wa aban mu wo ye ro ye obeboa me no akwa boa no we so no bi edi sabe ani di no odi nsemfo ye na ka nipa npa no di for e na maputu before the law ye jail obi a
okay
ade a emo oman no nko no senka obi as ya set obi example what this cat say want to me say ya money 5 years the next time NDC for almost obi be ba be na so be this guy ya jail want to me
and they said the next government
so obi jail me and ya money 10 cedi na atro de akoto na aban na ba be kan so this is one most important now also aban put into place by Ghana so wa aban mu the law is for you manage your self
sure
and you know apapa ye say mami or boy MPP so MPP jano man kwa like ofiwa omo be chiro yes it's true but you must say the warrior man or boy
na one say Brahima one say Ghana your constitution no ohwema your 3 arms of government your the executive your president in the cabinet your the legislature your parliament and your the judiciary and the president and the vice ni we have the speaker of parliament and sana about the court enti no sa nipa miensa mu na mubu o man no ti se mu na mubu o man na se kokoba se that departments no ye allow ni na man ye influenced by politicians and say by the political party in power who free society ebebo o man no
papa one thing is the bia me kasa se we bia me gina bia me kasa Ghana Christianity and more politics
okay
you could gina courts and answer you could gina a parliament
okay
now my Bible
yes
near they are swear we don't respect this
the Bible
we take this as a book
yes
my uncle for Antoamra uncle for Kutuami and Samla near parliament
the late former president John Rawlings group no can say Diama Ghana say because of the Bible, the Quran, and the more.
Yes.
The reverence and the Masani man over.
Yes.
But ono what you say a time should come, you be su kushia and the Sani man.
Say the bigger one our parliament. Emma and Miranda, you better to be a Miranda. You better assembly said yes, sir. We have to put this Bible down. Young focus, Shanab. Ubejina wana dia perform maami nka won dia sema MPP ni no so odi fo so odi bim enko be ka no critical so so obewo jani kunu ho okunu be ka chense akosua ena se na akotre so mesira ko ka no correct enye sa be wo jami but we have taking things into consideration say nyankopon fa ne boy so on to ne ntem into oba papa obefa Bible no aso enka na do ema
and na ya me pam ka me boni on the be
chame na do ma me put a Bible I can't first year me want so about drive they are to port you see this is a time and sometimes the constitution we need limitations we need changes and yes on mine into my yes on resignation letter on jai one more share kutupa or
resign this year according to the assembly
one can anyway
and so say are you hoping say who so betting as back
prof
near
obetimi ababa oba emwa NDC It's answer mammy no before say that to Abacrano, none of whom somebody can be I want to say corrupt.
Oh, Moody can cry the command and Nado, petition command and Nado, so only new free.
What I say?
And Aquanyam,
18 this in our banner and yet only the page and I say the page in a point to what now, so then I watch it. One of that I can't go to the final was one or show resignation that you answer no, they are my NDC for some, you know, 1 point a year. Now, Babette National a assembly. It's one thing about Ghanaian politics. They said, I was said, it's a time where we have to do limitations in the constitution. Say the pay woman. Yes, I brought for mine, there be a better now to say MPP, better now, so NDC, better now, Enkusiaga.
No correct.
Into my melon, yes, sir, so what's saying, when he didn't answer New Year, but we were about to be yet Sakas is still promised transfer upon resigning.
Sure.
Because a name of NDC for money at if most move yes and rabbit national.
Sure.
Now a name and you be creating about affect MPP. So as MPP for be new, that's some shame I'm going to passionate. She says stop bra. Obeba. Now NDC for put two before the law. Now when you rounds now to be the cry.
And so I can say oyo obi mami obi kunu obi dofo obi busiani wasom wo man bi.
Yes,
wasom bi mra. Wasom wo man bi. Enti court no sebio enye wodia nti so man na obesom ye na se ba bia duru no gya ya de man ne kwa at least unu obi ani twaka bia just gya to ho na ye den ne ko
na kono obi
aha o ye den a obekọ pension nti gya to ho ne ko aha na se ne be ya wudin be ye kama wa bontin nti
asamba ko sa na mpesa me kan say with these people no
okay
senka omo EU omo nanka ya ma political leaders enyu omo kebebo. And no nanka me baso no say no the three arms of government na ne parliament the speaker is determined by the president yes say na NPP wo power no wo check here from all the time na NPP na dey who the speaker ebeba say NPP NDC ba one be determine who should be the speaker yes. The vice and some the second vice. And the time they decided sa enema no. Nti ehun said in the parliament the political party na ye adwuma wo because the majority no possible say onu ne benya that speaker no. Just last 1 year and no Yakopon ya adom a ekokoba say NPP wo power meanwhile speaker no ekokoye NDC na ne nyina ntie ehun ne esi wo parliament good and say when ye kora parliament there akwakoye the majority no and the work your friend say president the speaker but enka court ne dey I was saying ketu ba say at least omo na justices ne wo eto aba nyi bi justices ne wo ho na no ento aba yes to omo na to aba they knows at least we no edi kan wa ha we the time maybe I can be 2 years be man ko pension into at least let us vote for this person or co pensioner we know who is going like a hono enye being appointed by the president say le be ye political influence point na wo kan very nice at least nipa no aka a few years of co pension e be quite 2 years 3 years before say ye be to aba na e time aso into okwa ye be to aba ifufo na ye very
president beba no
it is say yes president beba no it is say akwa say me ba me appoint me there and prof me nya sure say what we me mobile bi tina na me nya asem a be di atia me
you know that is one of the challenger OSP office of the special prosecutor problem of face you know e bi no one will say because nanado and appointing the time of this office in the buy or Bass Martin Midu, a drew by Martin Midu NDC, and people were thinking, said then Anando has made the right choice. And at the end of the day, no, he wasn't given the opportunity to work as it was expected of him. And the man not resigning. And at the end of the day, what the Kisia Jaben buy. Kisia Jaben buy, people were thinking say he will work. Meanwhile, President no appointing at that time no won't mean no and being friends here. And people were saying that Kisia Japan ungrateful because when MPP was in power, while Mabontia Mekase friends say Kino Foriata, why you say meanwhile Omoko out of power no and Waba Bontin, so why now? And it is true because upon the point there's no way all the mechanisms are also the year Jumano, young farm what you say?
Prof, what's now can I know? But one thing is Africa, especially Ghana, young penocre. Se wantime ama bonten ama meka bibisa ni akichere se go nechi. Now under his presidency you have no right.
What me?
Oh, when he said and then the choir bass of a person of voice out and also voice out no can be. We should let him go. And
Ghanaians are now on the neck of the man saying he's ungrateful.
People don't understand what he was going through. If they would have been on his shoe and come back and say, so another appointee who said you go to prisons, prisons. Now with them near day and
sure.
You are only assigned to do something, but you can't do things yourself. That's another in the governance now, Baby. So this is a time some of the MPPs need to know who said, "Oman freedom." They can talk, they can voice out. Jenny how at a time of MPP.
Sure.
It is about when I can be visa. I think say that this is the right time, and your ungratefulness. He deserves it and he has to.
And going forward, once Barack Obama he said something, said we should let the institutions work. Once say, and then it's like say you're to Obama will be president and now say party in power. They have full control over all assets of the country, including government businesses. On the point, who should be a DC, who should be MC, who should be minister, who should be this, who should be this, who should be this CEO. At the end of the day, they have all that massive. And none of them, apart from no very attached to on the Crebe Jumano. And what in the cross by Juma, Sika was said when Sakan one sank. It is don't you think going forward, I was said, the Abambia, Impo, commitment, like I said, President John Dramani Mahama, he only have 4 years.
Yes.
And I think said this man have all the mechanism of which may put some drastic decisions there. No government never with me changing her. Sadly, with me, I'm or mine.
Sir, with me, is from the help of the NDs. I was said, oh, me, when you said the last time I went to an hour, and Nema why you 50%. As to now, Bitman can say me who never be a why by still Bitman pay 50% because the man is doing well. Into the work can you now say a bit to me, are you possible? I was saying this for more so. I was so much giant you say no, they are running, they are chasing MPP. Sure. Because I said MPP for our opposition, a bit more discussed, so they are chasing them before they realize no more 2 years.
Okay.
So President John Dramani Mahama on focus on the vision,
okay,
on making a dream come true,
okay,
on setting record that Ghanaians will miss him but not another,
okay,
because you see over the west than another people compare you with another, and he on focus on his dreams, on try say the policies and as the manifesto you be ready waiting achieve those goals,
okay.
Say the baby all
right. Nyamiadom Enra Tuesday and Parliament after say call Easter holidays no. So Ebabe Reseti nti Speaker of Parliament one majority and the minority caucus no omu nyina Nyamiadom Enra no omutimi babehia na omuma ho akwaba na enu samson so muhia ensem ba ko mienu miensa wo ho a ewo so tudwa niema agenda esi wo mu ani so na enum no the majority leader Mahama Ayarega Mahama Ayarega say parliament wo ginidin pa na eno na osore se o mabai ensem ba ko mienu a o mo pese o mo ye no aban no ani so di hu no wo de tudwa pa che yenko na yenko nkotie ensem Mahama Ayarega.
On the 190 million PDS scandal, a case of alleged fraud in power distribution that cost Ghana dearly under the previous administration. Furthermore, we will launch a comprehensive inquiry into the rampant sole sourcing practices of the past government, exposing how recklessness in contracting bled the nation's coffers while enriching a select few politically connected individuals. We will also summon Operation Recover All Loot (ORA) for briefings, particularly on the 36 financial cases worth over $20 billion
including land-related fraud amounting to over $700 million United States dollars. The gravest danger to our democracy is impunity. If we fail to hold those responsible for this brazen plunder of public resources accountable, we betray the trust of every Ghanaian who demands justice. This House will ensure that the era of financial recklessness is met with certain and unwavering consequences. In the course of the last sitting, it emerged that some containers got missing at the Tema port, and further investigations revealed massive cases of reckless procurement at the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG. The Minister of Energy promised this House a thorough investigation. We are waiting to be briefed on how far perpetrators have been held accountable. This Parliament must live up to its mandate as the House of Accountability.
All right, so a majority leader in Ghana's Parliament, Honorable Mahama Ayariga, and Obabe address a House agenda is so many because he's the leader of the Parliament and the government business. Inti what the Bible to Ghana Yenshe and some Kakro can say business of the day. The session agenda was notable centered on issues of accountability and judicial reforms. Not just say Butaye pa second time you mabai Butaye kese pa so many so ye say accountability nkuntabuo ene judicial reforms ye maame takonumu court ho no sene ne ye ka no enema on person mo ye nsesan on person mo ye wo court ho no was say accountability initiative. Majority Leader Mahama Ayariga announced a comprehensive plan to investigate alleged financial mismanagement during the previous administration. Key areas of focus include 1. A full-scale parliamentary investigation into COVID-19 expenditure. COVID-19. So we share expenditures by Sika Brofono. The Babel boy, any young as a tester, no more yeno, a airport of honor, and a support a harbor. A double Miss Harbor, yes, a year testers a hold on Moyeno ho. Jessica Bianco will be back for free, I say the coye, and Nasa for in our say, or more Parliament Nankasa Betty Committee, or more by a full investigation on that COVID-19. A year, a honor or mashe, a near a course so AFRIYIE re-examination of the Agyapa royalty deal. Okay, Agyapa. And also so a idea is so many investigations or more re-examination. AFRIYIE details update on the 190 million PDS scandal. Okay, PDS electricity company. Company be almost some and an inquiry into the widespread use of sole sourcing of government contracts. Okay, one of our friends also say summary of Operation Recover All Loot team for briefing on major ongoing investigations, including a land-related fraud case amounting to $700 million. Okay, so judicial reforms. Ayariga disclosed plans to introduce new guidelines governing the removal of Supreme and also Superior Court judges, justices. Okay, this moves aim to enhance transparency and uphold constitutional integrity in judicial processes. Enti senior Mahama Ayariga honorable a majority leader the two just said see o mabai nya Ghana for hwe animu o mo hose o mo ba baye no eno enie. Enti Brahima, first of all your friend is saying the first which is COVID-19 Agyapa deal and NSEM Mahama Ayariga Airkane. Are you saying say and I said do you go with the NDC and I said the president said near Ghana for hwe nim so mo beye no eno nie and I say you see say in fact there's more to do,
Prof.
Papa.
Now as Papa okay we cross more comment. Where one thing about Ghana politics, we should stop most at times with our English with words that some people don't understand. There are some English which are not familiar. Okay. Saka say we ask no the boy chrono we will be about so ba to say about our question no so me can say we kitu say sometimes they should stop using words to that when say enkokra foto aba me ra foto aba
sure
sa COVID-19 sense ma working e ya abrewa bi interest papa bi interest ba brofa ke say okay one it
oh say Brahima wasma wo kai wo me kai say mre bi ache yie pa 1 man says ade ba kwa Ghana ha ye parliamentaries ene ye politicians ne debris ani so ye brofo mu yisu no because ye te Ghana ha mu be pam ya to abama
mo ka twi
wuti kura ba fi be wufufu ebi mu sivi yema oti ase but a true time say so be a discard na yakobo dollars
wa bla see this ho
kan for bla see this no mu oti ase na mente said say na si Montra asem no mra
prof
me kasa no
omo hwe na ye be ma emerwafo ne boys ne girls obi ani at we need to wise people up the youth we need to stand and defend the country Ghana we omadi do media with their good English and brofo do go ko like mountain page nyina they are using this kind of English later to gather and take our monies because the time is coming on say be prosecute no
Bahamas
na so be yes
Bahamas the next government
your honor
said next party back power they same so munya
I dey tell omu deceive yes you know Ghana this is a time when we need revolution e was sense is Agyapa if they don't take care if they don't manage things well if they don't strategically put things in place a time is coming it's not going to be MPP and NSEM anymore we need a leader who would or who can understand the people of Ghana and do what we want my memory they work kind of so prof NDC our right be as investigating the irony the sin but you say is this what the people of Ghana interest in or have interested in the money involved in some investigation and when it's carried you would yeah was saying bindi so I didn't know a bina waba they also baben onye maye ya yetiasia ha yenya ye to abama also babe di babe onye maye na still focus on the way the COVID-19 sika.
All right, on say one thing is me know ya adwen but one thing is one say parliament they have their side of business.
Yes.
And now we have the other sectors. And the ones that are no overpower and I say the manager you appoint CEOs for education, minister for health, minister for this. At the end of the day, they have to see to what is needed at the health sector, what is needed at the education sector, and at the parliament they also have to sit there and look inside what is also important for the country as general.
It is a proper person who says give account
now on the all can say no mabano I don't person we say and never be a Ghana for free say antwe to say COVID-19 sika semu no as parliament omu be hwehwe
NDC ma power dana and yema ntwa yi e wo mo penso dana so what's their problem? I am not fighting for MPP.
And are you saying they should let it go?
They should let things go. This is Ghanaian politics. Where I say Coco football, but no ye mamu. Where ba obey. They should let things go. Mahama, account for 4 years pen I'll be trapped. For people of Ghana to have another interest to vote for you, to wish you should come back, or to request you to come back again is what you do.
And then they should leave it there. Attention in Kawutu, Mr. Sunday was here.
One thing they said, I said, yes, the Funabani. One, idea was a yana a coincidence said, you won't confubi or what. A point of our sudi a bicycle, they don't deserve it. With COVID-19, so Mudiscakrana, there were some measures in place and what the citizens of Ghana it might be no survive here. But with to me issue, there's no sika to me enyano asante region have Ghana and the bank say were benefiting. There's nobody apart from people who work for Untumi the bank say we did 50,000 Ghana citizens. I say Untumi, I'm on a scholarship. So Untumi scholarship or more in the studio on the more. Lawyers no more no year Juma. So with Untumi he need to be dealt with. I was saying you putting into the law. But with COVID-19 and this
Agyapa.
Yes, Agyapa.
But I think when they investigate that, so I know super bomb some kind of
more Ghanaian politics. We are working saying the best friend be now COVID-19 is Kakudin home. But I know be now Kasabi be in which a best friend not one in a planet two.
You know, the all main doubt too, baby, because once a Ukrainian diabetes ECG containers be iron. Yeah. That time when you cast containers na Iran na friend say one hour work ECG board so no honorable Afenyo and ne we minority leader and na ne chief whip we anodompre and na afi so something Idris Bibisa ono so na deputy whip na omumi ensani nyina wo ECG board so you see and it was that time the cast containers no Ira. So we're thinking set time one a year honorable Abudina for energy minister at the reports no a comma a year attorney general no. We're thinking senka by now a bianca a fenyo marking and ne da another premier in bianca ya flow mo busono say ADAC munim ho de matter ho asem biana but upon all this time no yentin ho hwe because they are all the three of them are in the parliament there. Nti I don't know say how no waka ho asem say they are still going to look into that. Nti say they all can make me know why you are drinking kakra say you be na say ko mo ho.
Yes. Only say your friend Untumi friend on kono. Abra national security for eba ni fie no for our friends yes pen for so. Some go fu in omo WhatsApp group omo da so. They are friends.
Fact.
They sometimes raise political strategy to get attention.
Oh, sometimes even MP. I remember say one of the MPs. I don't know whether Kaswana Medina. One Zavi, something Zavi. That
guy.
I remember said there was a time now issue be they wanted him in court. They needed him in court, but not court really almost nyano. But upper parliament. So now me say, can they go there and then seek permission of the speaker and then maybe hand his sermon's letter and answer is a bailiff, you know? You see, but sometimes they have made the law to cover themselves in some way.
Ghana and penny for whom they say there are some people they need to be sacked from the political field. No new generations ever. Sometimes if you see them at parliament, if you see them calling themselves politicians, they don't deserve it. Being politician does not mean say work school baby. And yes, school. Sometimes we need people or more said they need people who think about the people of their country.
But you know, but you know, the politics today has been like it has been made like a money making avenue.
And today,
if you don't have money, you can't venture into.
I don't know what.
Actually, yes, I can say a politician would and say, hey, Nana do go. No, in some way. He has been able to push himself and he has made it.
He has made it in life.
What I said, but you will be one, the making to send my children to me. You know, there were people be on Getawa, Iyoko. At the end of the day, no, we shall maybe as if for Opa Kume, Opa himself, Opa Messiah. Those people, no, 7 years, at the end of the day, they couldn't bring him out. But she said, and they Kennedy Domo and Penifono call. Look at the scene. They went when we talk of money or money betting you provide this cash. But when I go now, we are now coming and our place no. Say police may be any break and as a security guard me any break. Now go when you cross now. What to me and that time now I cannot. Want to me wife more than a fee. Want to me ma or more go. You see, one hour we are more born. Every be my 2 cities so. And I would now. But Kennedy they came there this morning.
Yes.
And when you see Kennedy Baya, his relationship with the security guards and other people's there. You see?
Yes.
It sometimes, you know.
This is why sometimes I always say Kennedy is the best. You know, say Ken and the assassin we are. There are people that will not sleep the whole night.
Oh, for sure.
But let's compare Ken to Untumi. Ken has never come online or show off on TV with gold. But Untumi can just come on his TV, talk to the people of Ghana, I am the richest. But see, and they didn't go to meet my MPP penny for Omundu 50. But then finally said, Senke, Kennedy and Yechina, let's see people, even youth, ever. So Ghanaian politics, as we are saying, you know, say NDC for my emergency, President Mahama, we know he can do it. That's why we voted for him. All focus on his dreams. Chasing people for money, you know, it will keep or it will delay his time. Because you have just 4 years. We are almost 5-6 months. Time keep on going. And implementing laws, no, it's not just a day. It takes time.
President Mahama,
one thing is, with his manifesto, he said a lot. 24 hours economy, a whole lot. We are hoping he should assign duties to them to perform than to chase NDC and as NPP. It's better they start doing what they wanted to do and I said they have to do than to chase NPP. Because one said, what's going to be this guy? Now say you want to make case up. Just leave the case to court. National security is there. You shouldn't have to be always addressing it wastes time, it wastes time. Meanwhile, yes, on mine was the car, you bet me on mine home bra. Yeah, can say President Mahama, they all kind of obey. Until NDC for moons to sue and focus on, and I see Kabiara and I ECG, and said ECG sense about you one thing about Ghana politics as what comes is any 2 years or so. Senke Krubi so and I ECG near my area, board in Nakamboko jail. Board me now. The entire among respected yet said we can't voice out. Ye kasa ye hieni enko babia senka ye nyina ye demonstration etia sanko fona enka asendi si anko betu ho anamo ye ntimi nka se dum so wo Ghana ha ya kra ne ma di frabuche di ba abeso ho na mo yi si di fo mpani fo munum se ne ma na e ba ne 100 na emu fo 40 ayira duty no na mekokọ ye.
You see ye krom ha na ye te no sa na ye mpani fo aye no o ma yi kuna mo mo they have failed the court with their people.
Yes,
you see the lawyers, they are always with them. A lawyers they sponsored them to go to that law school. At the end of the day, all they are some called say, catch us go and get a lawyer. Lawyer now,
Agyapa me Jan said, Ubi a bicycle, baby, near friendly corporation, Bakrada, the lawyer nearby. You want to hear me, yes, so you know, so you can't face the law. A banner said, you could hear your Obia Kodisika, Omeina no is a lawyer. Wabres can all call sign, people was me, you and I were not there.
That is democracy.
Democracy. Who do you say Sky to the council? You, the lawyer, you were not there. You are just assigned as a lawyer to pay monthly. Yababe China no catch scan what you say, oh lawyer, oh that you see, and how mine. There is this is a time man. Youth we need to stand and let the Penifonu say we in
yes, it's about time I was a youth Jina Nam Penifonu who say Yenim Emrano and I say yes you Siamrano and I say yes Siamrano soprana one thing say Namiandum Abatone every 4 years.
Yes.
And I yetwaba Enti sending and Nemasa Samedia Mr. Castle Abaton Ghana Abatu Nina change 2016.
Yes.
And at the Aba near Benya 2025 due 24 day. Until it is 2028 no, and no a bear mama. A baby baby sempany for now more than uncle machines are a butcher for me to the Twaba. Our Tinifia with me to now background on the phone, so near Becca could be a grand few or more.
Yes.
Aha, Becca could be a few or more. Until your best almost say or Mushe ye, a Banoyani a troye. Samo ye na enya ya na ye beka eye nsoso a ya na ye beka enti ye besere mo ye ne mo a mo mane ye mo nuane ye mo ofa ase ne ye mo namfofo ene ye ti muntie ye sufre na oman no mo so mo ma ye ho ento ye bi aha ye ho to ye a eye se nsutafo didi mi a na mamponfo so adwo enti ye didi mi a mumu ni haw skam ne mo pe bia mo betumi asesa ye me haw ne mo makom de ye de ha ye behwehwe kakra na aka ba bi obi a so be didi atwa so enti abrafo ya mo a mo nyina se nyakopon enhira mo eba FPNTV so na NSEM ye bobo ho no makoso aka ye ho mo fa mo comment no emra na afri so ye nhye ema afoforo nyame ya adoma ochina ye besa so ahia ene me ne eye EMMANUEL AFRIYIE ena ahia mo de hye professor me mu besi ya nyame ya adoma ochina bye bye.
Oh, Jimmy, I try to